I made my own climbing gym brush not long ago. It's been working great for me and I use it every time I'm at the gym. In this video, I'll cover some changes to the brush, demonstrate how the wood parts were cut, and also where each item can be purchased at a reasonable price. I'll cover all of this next. This Dolica is the monopod I used to construct my first brush in the previous video. Since then, one of these flip-open clamps broke off, so one of the extendable poles could not lock in place. I then picked up this newer monopod with a twist mechanism for locking the poles in place. The twist mechanism is a bit more work to unlock and lock, but it seems like it'll be more durable by not having any part that can snap off as easily as the flip-open clamps. For myself, I try to remove as much of the attached accessories as possible. Things like the rubber foot, hand strap, or camera mount are not going to be used much, if at all. The fully extended length of the monopod is 66 inches, which to me is a useful length. I still need the gym brush to reach holes at the top of our bouldering wall, but everything up until 10 to 12 feet up is within reach for brushing. In the previous video, I picked up these brushes from Atomic Climbing Holds. I've since found these same brushes from the manufacturer for about 25% cheaper. Torrington is a brush company with brushes for many different purposes. Going through their catalog was very interesting. I've aligned the saw blade to cut down the center of the brush. I've positioned the left edge of the wooden plank just after the bristles, which is a similar distance from the tip of the brush to the start of the bristles. The brush is taped in this position to the wooden plank. With the plank flat against the table saw fence, I cut a slit up till just after the bristles. This flat side opposite the bristles makes it easier to mount the brush to the head. I used the same plank of wood as a sled to hold the brush perpendicular to the saw blade. Sliding the plank along the fence, I cut the handle off just after the bristles. I'm going to cut the brush head from this plank of 1x6 red oak. In case you don't know this already, the plank is not exactly 1 inch by 6 inch, it's more like 3/4 inch by 5.5 inch. On one of the long edges, I'll measure 6 5/8 inch. On the other edge, I'll measure 3 1/8 inch. Connecting the endpoints of both of these lines creates the angle necessary for the angled brush. I'm drawing the lines for a second head for use in the future. I felt I should cut it now, so the edge of the leftover plank will still be a right angle. I've cut the brush head to length off camera and need only do the diagonal cut using a table saw sled. To help hold the plank steady while cutting, I'm using duct tape to keep it in place on the sled. I'll sand down all the edges on a belt sander. My belts are usually meant for rough and quick sanding, so this belt in particular is 40 grit. The last cut on the brush head is for the channel that the monopod will sit in. I'm setting the blade height so that the blade will be about 1/8 inch shy of cutting through the opposite side of the plank. I used my table saw to cut the channel by repeatedly cutting and readjusting the fence to do side-by-side cuts until the combined cuts form a channel wide enough to fit the monopod. In this clip, I'm cutting the channel for both brush heads as I do each cut. If it looks like I'm doing the same cut twice, that's actually the second brush head being cut just after cutting the first. During this test fit of the monopod into the channel, the initial fit was a bit tight. I probably shouldn't have forced it in because if it were too tight, the thin backing of the channel could have cracked. I cut the channel slightly wider to get the monopod to fit a little closer to snug rather than tight. The second test fit was slightly loose, but I can probably make up for the loose fit by wrapping the monopod with tape before mounting it in the channel. I'm going to leave these parts separate for now, just in case I need individual parts for the current brush I'm using that's here on the right. In my previous video, I glued the monopod to the brush head. Going forward, I've started using screws to the back of the channel and into the monopod. A 3/4 inch pan head screw is just long enough to go through the brush head and one side of the monopod, but not the other. The glued-in monopod that failed was extremely hard to separate from the brush head. After that incident, I decided to use something more modular friendly. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. That's all I have for now, and I will catch you in the next video.